me send this to Twitter. Let's see if it can catch right there, man. This is gonna be the sweet spot. Or at least that's what I want. Just that gap there. Oh, I gotta get this shit up on another screen though. What are the bond yields doing? Both of Brokeman's plays are running right now. Those penny plays. Hmm. All right, tight. Hmm. How's my water at?
Howdy.
What's going on, man?
You know, I'm up for the day. So,
Nice.
and I'm up year to date, so I'm doing better than Ark.
Bet. Oh shit. Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna be doing really good, in the near term. But yeah, they definitely took a beating. But they've been buying the shit out of stuff.
Well, I was always thinking about jumping into some of theirs for just a little bit less craziness. Um, but because most of them are so heavily weighted with Tesla, I didn't want to do it until Tesla dipped.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell they're doing with Workhorse. That again, I'm not a fan of Workhorse or Lordstown, so and them just doubling down. Maybe they're averaging down.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep in mind, like they've bought shares at so many different times. Like firms like that'll literally just go through their portfolio and shuffle around. They're like, oh, we bought it. They're more expensive over here, so we'll dump these. That's why you see like sometimes they're like, why did they sell 5,000 or they sold like this oddball amount of shares and stuff because it's just like different lots. That's what I think at least.
Yeah, the one that killed me recently was Hims
Hmm.
because I had Hims before they even picked it up, but I was in the 16 16 to $17 range,
Mm-hmm.
and it dropped to 13, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to average down.
Yeah.
And then it gets announced that they bought into it and it shot up to 19. I'm like, really? And then it goes up to what, 24, 25? And then they sell out of the entire position. So they screwed me on both sides.
uh,
I still made money, but not enough to
yeah.
justify the.
Holy fuck, though, man. Eyes today. I tell you what, it's days that I'm get caught up in with bullshit that I miss stuff like this.
Well, I mean, but you have a job.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. And granted, you know
No, I
what?
just no. I'm saying like I was looking through my positions and trying to come, like see where I could do some smash and grabs and try to get out of some stuff to shuffle around some money and whatnot. And I wasn't like really newswire hunting. I also woke up late. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I can't trade until 7. All my money's locked up right now on Weeble anyways. So it's like, why am I getting up at 4?
Um, I've gotten so much stuff done around the house this week because I just walk away. I mean, because there's a point at which when everything is down so much and there's no rhyme or reason to it, there's no play. There's no play. Well, at least for me, since
Yeah,
you know, I would have had to sell out of 25 different things 2 weeks ago,
yeah,
and what, hindsight, and that's a dangerous thing when it comes to stocks, is what, I probably would have rather had done that because the amount of shopping I could have done, but you don't know if it's going to last a couple days or a couple weeks.
nope, I know it.
And well, and to tell you, like, I was in Rocket, and I've been in Rocket since October.
Yeah,
uh Rocket goes up to 21. Rocket goes down to 19. Rocket goes up to 21. All
yeah.
bouncing
Well, I mean,
around
that thing was just shorted up and down in a channel for
forever.
forever. Yeah. I mean,
And
talk
then
about that was a solid swing though. You could load that thing. You could load the shit out of that like in the sub 20 range, and then just dump it once it got close to 22, because you know it's gonna get knocked down.
sure, you know what? If I was
Look at the
playing with.
volume difference right there, though. That's incredible. That's what happens
Oh, it
when
is.
Wall Street Bets gets a hold of something.
Well, and by the way, uh, there's still.
There's so many catalysts that happen all at once, though. Like for them, the whole like special dividend and
Well, by the way, that's still a deal.
no, I
That's
know,
on the ninth.
dude. I'm looking at it on the screen right now.
And by like $25 a share is in the value range for Rocket. Um, I ended up selling up in the high 30s, um, because it shot up in a day,
Yeah.
and but then that was happening while everything else was crashing, and so I'm like, oh, I'm just going to take this money and average this down and average that down, well, had I known how long this was going to continue,
Uh huh.
I would have just shelved that money and gone shopping now, because even the stuff that I bought 3 days ago is is so far above what they're at right now.
Oh
Um,
yeah. No, I know it.
I
Well,
had freebies.
there's those damn pump fakes and shit, man. Like, Spy just needs to fucking consolidate, man.
I had freebies of Fubo, had 100 of them, and um, I finally sold them because I'm like, you know what? I am not gonna hold these and watch them go negative on me,
Yeah.
um, because I knew it was going to go under 30 again. I knew it. So, And the unfortunate thing is, I held through earnings, and there was about a $10 difference between when I sold them and where they were right before earnings.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. Like Sense, I knew the earnings on Sense was not going to be good. I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't going to be good, and everybody should have known that it was going to. It's like when they're not pre-revenue, but they might as well be.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the fact of the matter is, like, their product for where they're at, and the fact that they already have one FDA and the other one's like pretty much in the bag, just like a a time game.
right.
Um, it, this is like stupid. Like, this is something you buy a couple thousand of, and it's in a little while it's tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, this is easily a 10 plus dollar stock once they have the 180-day approval.
Well, they're down to at 269 right now. They're down to an $833 million market cap. Um, Dexcom is $40 billion.
Yep. But don't they have like a better product, or aren't they like kind of farther along than Dexcom?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
true.
that was my understanding of it. Like the
Um,
Dexcom, but that's the thing, if you're a 40th of the size of well, how much did you say? They're
40,
about a
40,
they're about a billion, and the other company's 40.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty substantial if they want to get
and
that thing off the ground. I mean, they could throw a bunch of money at it and get the development done quickly, but you're not going to speed up the FDA.
sure. Well, and by the way, so Dexcom uh, advertised for the Super Bowl. Like I've never seen a diabetes commercial for the Super Bowl.
Yep, I've
Like,
seen that one too.
and now Dexcom is trying to make a knockoff of Senseonics, the implant,
Y-
because the Dexcom thing is something you have to insert every 10 days.
Yeah,
Um,
that's stupid.
right. And so um, I think that's bullish for Senseonics, is the fact that you have the big guy now wanting to copy your product.
Yep.
Um, so there was another one that is very similar. Is what was it, TRXC, that they just changed their
Bro, I
ticker?
was just about to say they changed. I looked this morning and I was like, "What the fuck?" It like had it had my gains, like my percentage gains. It had an infinity symbol under it, and my thing said zero, and I had a new ticker. I was like, "What's going on, man?" Because I
And
hadn't been paying attention to that one.
well, it's a similar thing where there's another company that has medical robots, but the thing is, the robots are more expensive. You can only use the tools 5 to 10 times, and those are very expensive. Um, what are they called? Something surgical now. I can't even find it. Um, but so they're undercutting the big guy, and again, the big guy's multi-billion-dollar, tens of billion-dollar company, and then you have this other one that's coming through with a better product for cheaper, and it's got very very low market cap. And why the hell isn't it showing up on here? Oh, ASXC,
Mhm.
a census
Yep.
surgical.
Yeah, I got it up on stream right now.
Um, and they're couple $10,000 or 10,000 share orders there in after hours.
I don't know. My feed. I haven't been on this page that long. It doesn't hold the feed unless I'm here.
Yeah, there was two of them, two 10,000 share orders uh, that just happened. But But I mean, again, it's dirt cheap right now too.
Yeah. Yeah, for something that didn't, they just got an FDA too recently.
And a patent.
Yep.
So they got FDA approval for general surgery. So they're not even limited to what they can do, and they have a patent.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that was this pop right here, or like one of these that it popped and it just fucking sold off.
yep,
Yeah,
it,
yeah, it was
it,
this one.
it's one of those things where you have great news but shitty timing because of the rest of the market.
Yep.
Um, so
Well, that's
it
good though because once people are like, "Hey, wait, we missed this shit," it's gonna pop.
exactly, exactly. Yep. I'm waiting for the EV trend to come back, um, but I almost feel like we got to wait until the government is done dicking around with stimulus before you'll start hearing any green deals or stuff like that. That's going to start pumping that. Because I got four EVs that are just, well, I mean everything's shit right now, but Charge Point and then CLII, which I actually like CLII a lot. Um, I have XL. I thought XL was a good deal at 20. It's an even better deal at 10.
Wait, what is it? 10 right now?
It XL fleet. It
Oh my
actually
god.
it got down to 950 today.
I know, I'm looking at it. Tragic.
It is tragic. I mean, they got a $30 price target, um, and Romeo Battery did the same thing to me too. Um,
I got warrants, baby. I scooped some
um,
shits today
uh,
and
I'm doubling.
yesterday.
Yeah, I'm doubling down on Genius in the near term because
Yeah, me too. You seen that news?
well, that's why I took that little part of the CEO's letter, which by the way, like they're like we're not allowed to say anything about it, but we're going to say something by March 30th.
I know. I was just like, oh. So load the fucking boat then, is what you're saying, bitch. Bet.
And that's probably another one of those where nobody heard the news because of all the other noise that was going on.
Yep. Because
And
I think it popped a little bit pre-market, but I don't know. There's so many people. You have to keep in mind there's bags all over the place in that bitch because it's a meme stock, and especially when the market's tanking, people see their thing a little bit green, they're like, I'm out, dude. Once the
yeah,
stuff settles a little bit, and then the news starts to get, they'll repost news all the time. Just like reposting the same article.
yep. But hey, you know what? I I think that today was about as good of an ending as you could have for the week that we just went through.
Psh, yeah, for real.
Um, yeah, but you know, I'll tell you, after going through, what was it? October? Was it September? October? I mean, and then the end of December into January, and then the GameStop thing at the end of January. Like every single one of those, like it was horrible. It was horrible. Um, this one didn't feel so bad. This one was
Oh,
actually
yo, bitch, this thing's fucking moving after hours.
sure it is.
Oh, fine, whatever. I'll buy
It,
some.
I noticed this thing where there's like a 15-20 minute period of time, unless there's news, that like everybody's waiting for the news. And when there isn't any news, when there isn't any earnings, then they start actually going after stuff. Um, I also feel like after 5:30 that some people that are manipulating the stock go home for the day, and
Yep. Well,
then they just kind of let them run.
you have to keep in mind too, like in the after hours, the bid asks like it changes. I don't know, I forget what it is exactly about it, but if you're shorting it, you have to cover it ask basically. So people that are shorting it, or not even necessarily shorting it, but they're like, trading both sides of it. Um, there's, there's more. It's not as favorable to do it or easy to do it after hours as it is to do it, during market hours, especially because of volume too. So.
Right. I've been so you've heard of Meet Kevin, right?
Yeah.
So I've been having him on in the morning and in the afternoon because he's now starting to do live streams.
Mhm.
But he has the Bloomberg terminal, so he's paying what 24,000 some odd dollars a year for the Bloomberg terminal,
Mhm.
and so when there's earnings, um, he'll just have it up on the screen scrolling through it. Um, so I'm kind of like I've got the deal on the Bloomberg terminal. Like if I need to see what the earnings are before everybody else does, because Bloomberg terminal's like instant.
Oh yeah, no, I know. My buddy has one. I'm like, yo, join Discord.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's all about the news.
Yep. Yeah, I actually bookmarked a couple things that I came across when I was like looking around the other day that I needed to look into. But yeah,
Uh,
I want to find something that we can get for
seek,
the group.
seeking alpha seems to be pretty on the ball. It seems like a lot of times in the news feeds, they're like the first one. The only other one is Ben Bingzinga.
Yeah, well,
The,
but Benzinga is like Benzinga is like a grand a year or something like that. Which we can justify that, eventually, but just not right now. We're not
right.
there.
Yeah, it would be cool if there was like a dashboard that could just be logged in on the Discord,
Yeah,
and then there would be a dashboard for whatever that was, and you'd plug in something.
yeah.
But again, I mean, every other day it seems like we're finding out something that Discord does that we didn't know it could do. Maybe there are Discord stock hacks. Need to look at that.
We got bots.
Oh yeah, I know that.
They're sick,
But
man.
but
We needed to like look up a float or like look up short enders real quick. It's nice.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, what up, you guys?
Oh, what's up, man?
So, what do you guys think about like SPACs and just the strategy behind SPACs in terms of like moving forward? Because it's definitely going to change in terms of, how we made money in the past with SPACs. It was kind of a consistent thing you could do if you wanted to do the SPAC strategy. But I think there's going to be something that's going to change. The strategy is going to be, you're going to have to adapt.
How
so
so?
I'm not sure how that's going to be, but I mean, I'm just saying like before Nikola. And like the whole SPAC, I mean, because there were SPACs before, and if you looked at just the charts and stuff like that, it completely acted different. And then we saw this shift of there was like a pump and dump right when it kind of was put out, and then again closer to the merger, and then it shifted even more. And then after this, after we're seeing this huge valuation like reset in terms of this is the deal that they're putting out here, and why are you guys running it up? two, three, 4x, right? So I don't know. There's going to be something that's different. I think we're going to be seeing like under.
I
I think
mean,
we're going to
it's not
see.
that they're running it up; it's that people are just reacting to the news, and it just runs up. I mean,
I
at the end of the day, like, but lots of here. Let's bring up the volume in here.
but yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to SPACs. Like everybody thinks that they're all built the same, and they all start out at $10, and that means the value of the company is the same. And that's not the case. Like, is it $10 and how many millions of shares? And is it $10 and what percentage of the company are you owning? And those things, again, if you're trying to get into a SPAC pre-announcement, you don't really care about that. You're waiting for that announcement pop, and then you're out because you're going to
Yeah,
get what 40-50%, and then you're see ya, right?
yeah, because people are, there's just traders in the thing. I mean,
Um,
they'll probably cool off, but I mean, we're just seeing a lot of, the if you look at like, Ford has been okay. Oh shit, this is way too big of a chart.
I, I will
Ford's
tell
been
you though,
decent. Disney, like there's been lots of stocks that have been like kind of okay, but definitely the more speculative stuff, the stuff that has like a broader, time horizon on it, have been hit because people don't want to wait around and see, what's going to happen when they merge next month or whatever. They want their money back now because they probably have a dumpster fire to deal with on one of their accounts, like many of us. So there's just a lot of
no, that's
profit taking. And I mean, there's also stop loss being triggered. We have lots of, young investors and, new, people in the mix now. So they're, lots of sell pressure there. I mean, I know
well,
there's
well,
lots of factors, obviously, but
look at CCIV. Um, so all this
oof.
run up to the actual announcement, and you don't normally get that much of a rumor mill before an
Oh
announcement.
my God, it was insane, dude. It was
But
insane. It was like the
but
perfect storm, just leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for months. Like, what a
sure,
better way that's the best marketing you can do. It's free. They
but
literally
how
had
many of
people
those people?
spamming Twitter over that shit for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, but how many of those people, to your point, are going to stick around for the 2 to 3 months for them to actually merge? Because, like, that's a lifetime for some of these people. They're like, I've never held on to anything for 2 or 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure what they're seeing is they're seeing this decline, 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 and they're like, all I'm doing is losing money now. Um, so you get the pop at the beginning, and then you get out, and then you get back in later on, and unless you're going to go long on it, and you're just going to be like, I'm going to park my money over here for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Hello, Paradigm Square.
I
Speaking
think
of
it's gonna be
Square.
quicker. I think that when there's an announcement happens, it's gonna go up a lot, and a lot means I have no idea what a lot means, but then it's gonna go down really quick. Like literally the next day, it's gonna go back down to close to 10 or something. I'm just saying. I think we're gonna see more of that in the future as folks are kind of like more quick to jump in and out.
So you're thinking that there's going to be a further decline rather than the slow bleed that it does.
Well, no, no.
Um,
Well, I'm not sure about the existing specs. I mean, like when there's new announcements in the future, I think that there's going to be like just people are going to be like more cautious to this game, and then so it's going to jump up on the news, but you're going to see more people sell out quicker. For what basically the process that you're saying exactly, but it's going to happen faster. I think that's the first thing that we're going to see. That's just my speculation here.
I think you're going to see more people looking for the SPACs pre-announcement.
Mm.
Pre-announcement. I see.
I No, I'm serious. Like, how many? Look at IPOD and IPOF. Like, they're sitting at a 50% premium even now, um, and there's no target yet. You
Oh
know,
my God, check has earnings tomorrow or Monday.
check.
Yeah,
Aren't they at like a buck right now?
they were. They're at a buck 25 right now. Thank you very
Ooh.
much.
Didn't they hit almost two? What was it?
They hit
Uh,
3 or something. I don't know. They were in a channel for a long time. Yeah, they hit 3, and then it made a shit ton of bags that needed to be cleared.
huh. I saw it the other day, and I think it was like a dollar one or something like that. I'm like, wow. The thing is, I don't. I'm shaking the couch cushions looking for money to buy stuff. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I'm resisting margin.
I did that too because I
Well, I
have
mean, I
never
use
used.
margin when I'm day trading, but that's because like I'm gonna hit flatten, before it goes south, and plus I'll have a stop in place if I'm actually gonna be like trading with so much size that I'm using margin. But most of the time, I'm just using a lot of my account. I'm not using margin unless like I have crazy conviction.
What if today is all just a bull trap?
It probably is. I mean, we need to chop sideways. We need to like we can't just keep going like straight up and down. Like, but at first we were just kind of walking down, and then it just turned into these like, are we okay? We're dying. We're not dying. Yay! Everyone buy. Oh, we're dying. Okay. Oh wait, Pal's talking. Like, oh, like it's just up down. We need to. But that's interesting. Hang on. Yo, we got a green candle. What about on the weekly? Hey, yo, this is massive. That's sick. That's what we needed. That just buys us some time though. But that's solid. That's a massive green candle. Hmm. Man, the clouds look hot, right?
I'm pissed that I didn't get into my oil play a couple months ago. Gush.
Oh, I don't talk to Gush.
No,
No, that bitch.
I was at like 39. Now it's trading at what 80, 87.
Yeah, no, it's been gushing for sure, but that bitch turned on me. I mean, I didn't, dude. I had a Robinhood account back then. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but yeah, I got Gush got me one time.
When folks were saying oil was dead, that's when I was starting to pick up oil. I think I picked up BP and also OX OXY, I think.
Yeah.
So was that after the debate? One of the debates where Biden's like, "Oh no, I'm going to kill oil."
I think it was before that. It was around the time when Kramer was really just talking about like oil is dead, and um, so I decided to pick up some oil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, but to be fair, it's like big tobacco. Like they're not gonna die. They'll just change. Like you'll see when weed gets legalized, you're gonna see Marlboro joints and stuff in stores. I mean, they're not gonna sit out of the game. Just like the oil company won't sit out of the game. I mean, I think ChargePoint and stuff like that. If Shell or Exxon decide that they're gonna have their brand charging stations, whether it's contracted or not, it's gonna be their shit at their stores. I mean, that's an incredible amount of of the market, and they already have the storefronts for it. And they have
well,
and they have the money. We know they have the money to do that kind of paradigm shift where it's like, all right, we're gonna sell all this shit, do all this, and then liquidate this part of the company and turn it into just straight up, um, EV or into renewables, recharging.
well, and
Yeah,
that's
it looks like I was in September when I was making those buys.
No,
yeah.
nice.
I mean, that's like ChargePoint. Their business model isn't not necessarily to have ChargePoint filling stations. It's to have people pay them to put their stations in their space. You know,
Yeah,
because and if you think about it, that's actually that way they don't have to own the space. The bad part about it is it's more like a contract where once you get a number of players in there, you could have people switch contracts on you.
yeah. Hmm, that's
So,
interesting. Jivo has earnings in 2 weeks, and their earnings they've been increasing, but they haven't been cash flow positive in ever. Not in the last 3 years. Do we have any reason to believe that they might do the thing?
mm,
Like I know they're talking about because I forget is it Torch or them? I think this company used to do oil shit and then they're like transforming into you know kind of moving with the times or whatever. They're doing renewables.
commercializing,
I
yeah,
forget, man. I
commercial,
look at so many damn tickers.
yeah, right.
I don't know. It's bourbon o'clock, not research 30.
We got, and this is I'm not researching it. I just have it written down. So,
Yeah,
uh,
sniper look here, man.
Bingo has earnings. Uh, the NGO has earnings on 3/9,
Mm.
and NNDM has earnings on 3/11.
I don't know, dude. I wanted to scoop some of them, but I was just throwing money into my dumpster fires.
So I see some people talk about Lucid in the chat. One thing I want to talk about, you just mentioned about Lucid and the Saudis. They they owned like over 3 million Tesla shares back in, I think it was 2019. So early 2019, they bought 2,000 Tesla, sorry, over 3 million Tesla shares. And then before the fourth quarter, they dumped everything except for 26,000 Tesla shares. So that's like basically everything, right? They 99% of their shares they dumped. So the main point I want to just mention about the Saudis and also Lucid, just know that they like to trade stocks, and they would have if they had diamond hands on Tesla shares, that would have been amazing, but they didn't. So just be aware with that. They like to trade stocks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they have so much money. They're like, oh, we missed out on like the 10x or whatever. It's like it's okay. We put $1 billion and we got 2x and we got out, so that's fine.
How would you like to have something that everybody wants and you can control how much the output is, which controls the price of that?
What are you
And
insinuating? Go ahead, lead me down the path. I'm biting. Where are we going?
I don't know. I mean, you know, everybody was trying to say, "Oh, oil's dead." The demand is going to be down, down, down. Doesn't It's never coming back up. Well, guess what? They can turn the spigot to a trickle, and guess what? It makes it easier on them. For
Yep.
like, I used to have to put 10 tankers, and now I only have to do one. I still make the same amount of money. Ugh. And now they can be like, well, now we actually have a lifetime's worth of oil.
Yeah, right.
Especially as prices increase.
You know, I was I forgot I read and I watch way too much of just about everything. Um, but it was going down this road of, there's a lot of this talk about electric, um, but really alternative manufactured fuels, clean burning fuels, basically we don't have to change anything. Like, they can just make fuels that work in everything that's already out there. They can make them carbon neutral, and all of a sudden you do that, and you can have your V8, which you like the sound of, or whatever, and you don't have to sit at a charging station, and then you don't have to have the battery that you're lugging around everywhere that you go. It was an interesting narrative from what, like, everybody's saying, well, no, we need to go to electric. There's like one path, and it's electric. Well, really, there isn't. Like, you're really a clean burning fuel away from electric being beta versus VHS.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, and I'm a huge, Tesla bull, and actually the reason why I bought a lot of oil stocks, back like in September, is because again, I'm a Tesla bull, but I also understand just the reality of things, and then also that oil is not going to be dead anytime soon, and also as a simple hedge too. It's like there are all these risks and all these different outcomes and different, ways that the future might go.
oh, and you know what? By the way, like, there was an I was thinking, alternatives, and I do think lugging hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds of batteries around that you have to take um, an amount of time to charge is just a bad business model. But the electric motors, like,
Holy sh.
everybody, I mean, there's fewer moving parts. They seem
Hmm.
to be fairly reliable, and they definitely perform. And so the fuel cell is, and again, I know it's come up before, the fuel cell. How are you going to make this fuel cell? You know what? I want it to be nuclear if we can, um, but
This go
that
down to
may
10.
be
This didn't even go down to
that.
10.
What's that?
ACTC is like out of all the SPACs, Every SPAC I've seen like got down to at least 11 or 12. Fucking UAVs, man. I can't believe this thing is still going. GameStop 2.0.
It really makes you wanna. You're like, do I need to park $5,000 in GameStop every
No, but
time?
what whenever it's chopping sideways, yeah, pretty much. Or you just need to like put a buy one, and put a bunch of alerts and like bracket it so you don't miss it. Really, what we
It,
need is someone in the Discord that's committed to like, we got Blue Horseshoe or whatever his name is. He's always dropping like the ARC updates, the email that comes out. Like, we just need someone that actually is monitoring GameStop Reddit actively already to just dump what they're seeing. I don't know, and someone was doing that. I think Redman and Sniper or someone like that was posting something the other day. I forget who it was.
what didn't they? I want to call it U.S. Marine Corps, but wasn't it USMC
Yeah.
that
I
that
can never remember the fucking ticker because I always type that in. And I'm
you,
like, it's not that. Is it UMC US? I'm dyslexic too. Like, so it's like, dude, what the fuck is it? What's Baba
so what?
doing? Oof. I still got to figure out how to get these clouds in Weeble. I know you use Weeble, don't you? You use the Weeble like terminal for trading.
I do.
Yeah. These
Um,
clouds are hot, man. I love them.
are you talking about the bowling bands or?
No, these aren't. No, these are EMA clouds.
Well, I think you can do that too. Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, there's the EMA.
Not clouds though. This is a script.
I
This is a
know what.
this is a script too.
Huh. There's so many damn things in here. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it though.
How about the alligator? Have you ever used the alligator? No.
No.
Do not like the alligator. I
No, but
mean,
look, man, like look at this shit. I can go to
I,
here, go to quick studies, go to all studies. It's like there's so much shit in here. It's
you
it's
would hate the
crazy.
alligator because the alligator is like it's got all these lines through it. It looks like a wind tunnel. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
like
like
that.
that. Oh, nope, that's not the one.
What about the IC? What's
Oh shit, what did I do?
IC has some clouds to it. Oh, pivot point. That looks like
I always forget where the fuck it is. Overlap volume.
pivot point
Yeah, I don't
almost
don't do
looks
that.
like scraper would know. Yeah.
Bingo down. Holy shit. See, that's wild. It's down like I don't know, what is that? 75% or something?
What are you looking at?
Bingo.
Well, it's rallying in after hours though.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps when you're down that far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, I'd rather miss some shit, like miss something by a couple bucks and know that this is actually correcting because, yeah, I've bought the dip so many times and it's not the bottom. I'm just like, dude, come on, what the fuck?
Hmm. All stocks.
All these, it's so bipolar.
Take a look at BIVI
All right,
on the daily. So this actually started dropping before the drop, and so it ran up from what, $9
from
all.
two.
Well, I guess I'm not looking far enough back, huh?
Yeah, I
And
mean, this is just in, yeah, from like a year ago, like exactly a year ago today. It was at $2.
so August, I'm talking B, uh, Bravo. What's I?
BIVI? Oh,
Yeah,
Indigo.
BIV. BioVi. It's a,
Yeah,
it's a, yeah.
no, I see
It
it.
looks like they went public on August 2020.
That's what you're seeing on your screen?
Yeah, on the daily. Maybe you're seeing it. Maybe it was a SPAC. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just never. It's not even that it's a SPAC. It could have just been a company that was public and then it just merged with another company and then brought them public.
Sure. And then forever until what, December, it was at eight to $9, and then it ran all the way up to 46 at the beginning of February, and then it's been dropping ever since. And I'm sure recent events have helped it, um, but like it's 66% down.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was looking at to see if there was any news because again, it dropped prior to the drop, and I I feel like people were just taking profit, and
Yeah.
then it dropped with the market.
Yep.
So we're within 30-40% of where it was before it started its uptrend back in December, um, which seems to me like it will reverse.
Do they have any like thing coming up?
I just had this one thrown at me, so I just started looking at it.
Right on. Oh fuck, man.
Hey, by the way, uh, liver disease. That's that's perfect for post COVID.
I'm not gonna have liver disease. I don't drink that much.
Maybe not you, but about 20 million others.
What ticker are we talking about? BIVI? Is that liver disease control?
It's Bio VI Inc. Bio.
Yeah, I have it up on screen right now.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just didn't know if we were talking about the same one still.
Yep.
Ooh, this thing's down again. Everything is down like 50% from highs.
It it is.
I love this shit still too, man. Ooh. Cancer genetics is looking good on the daily. I don't know. It doesn't matter. None of the charts matter. It just fucking matters what they do with the SPY.
Well, I'll make some phone calls and see what I can do about bond rates.
Yeah, that's definitely a player.
Or an excuse.
Right. Well, lots of the
What do you
pennies were running today.
What do you guys think about this idea that, the market oftentimes is correct? Like, for example, with the whole pandemic, the market kind of knew that we'd have a recovery, we get over this, and stocks ran and continued to run. So the question here is basically, with this shift from kind of this idea of maybe a shift from Zoom, a shift from all these other stocks, people think that, oh, these high growth stocks, this is going to be the new future, and we're never going to go back. Like Kathy might and Ark might think these things a little bit, but then the market right now is saying that, oh no, life is going to be actually more normal than we ever thought. So which group do you think is more correct at the moment?
Wait, run that back? Because I
Like,
think like we have, it's gonna be a little while before we get back to normal. But I also think like,
It,
it's fine. Like, yes, lots of people died. It was bad. It changed, business, how businesses operate, and you know, it changed a lot of shit. But I don't think. I mean, the stock market has been going up for the most part for a while now. Sure, we took a weird ass angle, when all this
but
happened, but
basically, like, there might be a more long-term trend into kind of the recovery plays into value. It could be longer term than, like, for
no,
example,
I think
Kathy
there's I think
thinks.
there's going to be a broadening of of portfolios because yeah, there's obviously a huge concentration in these different growth and tech sectors because you can see it, right? I mean, it's not only people are taking money off the table, as there are people selling at the end of the day, right? So um, if there's a lot of selling going on in those areas, that means there was a lot of money in them to begin with for them to be able to fall that much. I mean, sure, float and all those other things come into account, but it's you know,
yeah, but they say that retail's only what 20%, and so the 80%'s all not
well,
us, right?
you have to keep in mind too, though. It's like market makers and people that don't fit that demographic that are retail investors with massive accounts. They're playing both sides of this thing, man. I mean, they're when it's up, they're running it. When they're and then when it's coming down, they're shorting the shit out of it. So Kathy was saying there's record, levels of shorting and stuff going on, during this last like couple weeks here. Um, and I mean, I'm sure I was actually, I was looking up short interests all week and seeing them go up.
Well,
So
so
people just flip the script.
think about this. Like, you could, they're going to continue to hit GameStop every month as, as long as they're going to continue to short it because they know that every time they run it up, there's someone out there that thinks that they can make money on it dropping because it's inflated, right?
Yeah.
And so if their idea is to burn the shorts or to burn the institutions or hedge funds, then they're like, all right, well, you get comfortable, and then we're going to hit you again, and then we're going to hit you again, and you to the point where they don't want them to get comfortable shorting an inflated stock because they may get hit again. So they keep on doing it to GameStop. Are they going to do it to Rocket again? I don't know. You know, are
Yeah, I
they
mean,
going to
at the
do
end of
it?
the day, it's like not organized crime. It's just like an entity that's I don't know. I mean, shit just gets upvoted and then that gets brought to the table, and yeah, I don't really know exactly how it works, but
Can someone tell me what the ice cream cone means?
no idea. UWMC, UW. Oh, there it is. Yep, there's some Wall Street action. Yeah, this thing has been getting the shit shorted out of it, man. This fucking piece of shit. Hmm. Oh man, oh shit. It's 6:30. Gotta get out of here. Alright guys, well thanks for coming. I'll catch you all in the next one.